dressing room. Why didn't you tell me we're about to come on live?
We're live!
We're live, and hi! My name is Paul E. Dangerously, and where are we going? We're going now? We're going to ringside with Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone, and I just got started talking. Why? Rod, take it away.
And they've already started. Tony, hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone at ringside. It's sold out to the rafters here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And we have got a tremendous night of excitement for you live here on TBS. Ric Flair, Beautiful Bobby, to the greatest wrestlers in the world today. Tony will settle the championship in 2 out of 3 falls.
2 out of 3 falls, kind of a throwback to the old days when they decided the world title in 2 out of 3 falls. Should be a tremendous match. And you can talk to Beautiful Bobby right now on the Wrestling Hotline. Call him and talk to him live.
Without a doubt, fans, it's going to be one of the greatest clashes of all time. Clash of Champions 15 is ready to start. Let's go up to Gary Michael Capetta.
Ladies and gentlemen, this first contest on the Clash of Champions, Knoxville,
Backbone
USA.
Wrestling Network. Thank you for joining us here on Clash of the ChampBones, episode number 15, where we are going to be going over Clash of the Champions 15, Knoxville, USA. This was taped, aired, I should say, on June 12th, 1991 at the Civic Auditorium in Knoxville, Tennessee. And with me today is our returning champion from last episode, my partner in crime, probably the guy that I record with the second most behind Logan Crosland, and that, of course, is the one and only, the illustrious Shawn Kidd. Shawn, how are you, buddy?
Hey, happy to be here after we muscled through Class 14. Won't go into too much too much right now, but I will say I have a special place in my heart for this clash because it might have one of my favorite main events out of a lot of clashes for a really odd reason, because it was very unexpected. I'll leave it at that. So
when I was looking at the list of clashes, I said I started picking certain people. I know, like,
this is the one I wanted to do more than anything. So
yes, I think, like, I looked at is it Clash 9? Yes, Clash 9, New York Knockout. I wanted to have Jenny on with me because we talk about Flair and Funk. That's the match.
I wanted to be on that one too, but I said give it to Jenny. That's one of my favorite clashes for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Having Schiff on, Schiff has done a bunch with me, and a lot of times Schiff loves doing them too, and I love having Schiff on because I think we did, like, I want to say there was like one that we did we did 2 years in a row. I want to say it might have been Fall Brawl. We might have done like Fall Brawl 88 and Fall Brawl 89 or Fall Brawl, something like that. So it kind of works out having Schiff on. But this one was a special one as well because of the main event. But it also was special to me because this is the last one before Flair leaves to go to WWE that he's on. So and I think when I said it to you, I go, yeah, this is the last one that Flair's on. And you went, Flair comes back. And I was like, yeah, that's right. He does, but it's like a year later. So.
No, but this is a different era. It's almost like the end of an era kind of situation.
This is
for sure.
And this is technically the second clash that is no longer under the NWA banner. It's under just the straight up WCW banner. So this is well past the JCP influence that Clash of the Champions had in the first few of them.
Unfortunately, they still have the same booker at this point in time.
They do, but one of the big differences between Clash 1 and Clash 15 is that there's a lot of gimmicks that are getting introduced into this clash. As you had mentioned off air, there's an awful lot of commercials for all of the new people coming in, and there's a lot of gimmicks in here. So
Dusty's trying to steal what he learned in the WWF is what he's doing here.
He sure is.
Yeah, he is, for sure.
As I said, this is taking place in the Civic Auditorium in Knoxville, Tennessee. That is now known as the Knoxville Civic Coliseum, or the General James White Memorial Civic Auditorium and Coliseum. So that's the big name of it. This arena is home to the Knoxville Ice Bears of the Southern Professional Hockey League,
very famous team,
and the University of Tennessee Ice Vols of the.
I'm sorry, what? Ice what?
Ice Vols, VOLS. I don't know what
the fuck is. What the fuck?
A vole is like a vole is like a fucking animal, like a.
I thought you said ice bowl. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
No, voles, okay, like an ice bowl.
Move on. I don't give a fuck what a vole is.
Oh, okay. All right.
Kidding. I don't know what it was.
But I think a vole is like almost like a rodent of some kind or whatever. But correct me if I'm wrong. It's also in the past it also hosted the Knoxville Speed of the UHL and the Knoxville Cherokees of the ECHL. So and the Knoxville Knights of the EHL. So an awful lot of friggin' hockey is done at this arena, apparently. Here's the thing for you. It was the main home arena for Smoky Mountain Wrestling from 92 to 95.
I did know that for Knoxville. I did know that. Yes.
Yep.
That's much
And
better than
also,
any of the other shit you just named.
Well, it's also known as it's notable as the venue where Randy Rhodes played his final show with Ozzy Osbourne before he died, and the plane crashed the very next day. So
nothing says Ozzy Osbourne and Randy Rhodes like Knoxville.
Anyway, there were 5,000 fans in attendance on June 12, 1991, and it drew a 3.9 rating on PBS.
Yeah, it's big.
So you had talked about in the previous one your or the rating of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, and apparently you did a little bit of research to find out about this as well. What was the Wrestling Observer newsletter's rating on this show?
All right, well here I'll give you some. Let's see, thumbs up, 48.5%. Thumbs down, 39.2. In the middle was 12.3.
Wow.
The two best matches were probably my two best matches. The worst match poll would involve one future Kevin Nash, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
The rating was similar as the last one, I thought. It was the same exact rating, 3.9. 3.9. Yeah, so there you go.
Now, I didn't do this the last time, but I like to sometimes talk about what's going on the other side of the world, meaning what was going on in the WWF in that day. So as I said, this was June 12th. WWF was didn't have a house show going on June 12th. However, on June 14th, which is Flag Day, they were running two different shows. They had in Bangor, Maine, and Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm just going to give you a chance to...
Do you have Hogan versus Slaughter in a Desert Storm match?
No.
Really? Because that's what was happening back then.
Yes. So I think I'm going to say the main event for the show in Bangor was, I'm going to say it was Roddy Piper and Ted DiBiase. That
sounds about right.
Because it's Piper. But the last match on the card, because again, with the house shows, they didn't always do the last match as the main event. Yeah. Sometimes they would put the main event in the middle of the card, and that's kind of like looking at the star power. I would say Piper versus DiBiase was probably the main event scheduled. The last match, however, was Jim Duggan pinning Sergeant Slaughter in a flag match with a running clothesline. Virgil was the special referee for the bout.
Boy, Slaughter on the back end of that freaking title run, losing to Duggan in a flag match in 91. Shit.
Now, the other matchup, the other house show was in Cincinnati, Ohio. No Hogan. So Hogan taking his, his summer break for a minute. I don't know. Well, he didn't have the day off. He must have the day. Well, he has the day off because he's at the Spectrum the next night and he's fighting Slaughter. So, yeah, I guess the next night he's there. But I think the main event in this is Warrior and Undertaker.
Sounds about right.
But we also had Davey Boy Smith versus Mr. Perfect for the Intercontinental title.
Ooh,
Road Warrior Animal against Brian Knobbs.
Sure, that was garbage.
Which is originally scheduled as Legion of Doom versus the Nasty Boys. Jake Roberts versus Earthquake. So actually, the Cincinnati show looks a lot better. But the Warlord pinning Jim Powers for Kerry Von Erich in Bangor.
5-star match.
Main event in any arena in America, Jess.
Yeah, 5-star match.
But that was what was going on 2 days later. We're 2 days behind now here. So we're going to start this off. There was a dark match on here. Ricky Nelson, I don't know who the hell that is, but he defeated El Cubano. So your nemesis in the previous show.
Fucking El Cubano. Anyway.
But we start the show off with a 6-man tag team match as the Young Pistols and Tom Zedman Zenk go up against the fabulous Freebirds of Michael Hayes, Jimmy Garvin, and Badstreet. Shawn, who is Badstreet?
Brad Armstrong taking on his brothers.
That's right.
By the way, and I will tell you, and this might be the biggest shit take ever. I love the Badstreet gimmick. I thought it was great.
I mean,
that was great.
It's funny. The last class we had talked about how fat Michael Hayes was getting and Jimmy Garvin. I feel like they should have worn Badstreet gimmicks without the mask.
When they did the whole cruiserweight tournament for that's the one that Brian wins.
Yeah.
Badstreet
in it, yeah.
Badstreet should have won that title. They should have kept the Badstreet gimmick, and they didn't. They let him go back to Brad Armstrong. So,
does he go back to Brad? Doesn't he wrestle Badstreet in the tournament though?
Yes, and then he loses. So
they should have had Badstreet lose and then have Brad Armstrong.
Because even the outfit is great. Like it's just it's
total
bad. It's more over than Brad Armstrong is. It's
people talk about Steve Austin when he was stunning Steve having like Trapper Keeper gear. Badstreet is total Trapper Keeper outfit.
I love his gear because it just like you tell me this is Badstreet, and it's almost like Brad Armstrong has these like gimmicks. Arachnaman, right?
Yes,
so if you put a costume and a mask on Brad Armstrong, he brings the goods. He brings the goods. Anyway,
hell of a guy. All right,
hell of a guy.
They also have an entire entourage here as they're being managed being managed by Diamond Dallas Page at this point, but they also have Big Daddy Dink, and do you know who the woman is with them? I don't know who the woman is.
No, some random.
No, just some
and
woman.
Freebirds are the U.S. Tag Team Champions because they had beaten the Pistols at Super Brawl in the tournament. So.
Yes, but this is not the Phantom title run. This is an actual U.S. title run. Because as we had talked about
between now and the last clash, they have been World Tag Team Champions and U.S. Tag Team Champions.
They had been World Tag Team Champions for -6 days. So.
Right, correct.
So we do have the Young Pistols and the Z-Man coming out. They're ready to go. This is going to be a little bit of a 6-man flair, I guess we're going to have here. No pun intended, flair. But Freebirds and the Young Pistols, or the Southern Boys, are already, because they had changed from the Southern Boys to the Young Pistols because they wanted to get rid of that Southern drawl, I guess. So they changed them over to the Young Pistols, which I guess is the Timu version of the Gun Brothers, the Smoking Guns, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's good though. Like the Freebirds and the Pistols always had good matches though. They were really good.
That's the funny thing. And Tom Zenk and Badstreet or Brad Armstrong's awesome, and Tom
Zenk's not bad either.
Zenk's not bad either. So I mean, I think we're back to, and I had talked about this in the last class, that like we kind of had a little bit of not your typical opening banger, because it was Doom versus Sting and Luger, and this one I think we're back to having a banger.
Oh, I disagree.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But that's all right.
Okay, I guess. But we have Zenk and Garvin starting the match. Z-Man goes hip toss crazy on the Freebirds. Once that's over, the Pistols shoot off the top rope onto the Birds with stereo crossbody blocks. Hayes and Smothers tag in. Hayes misses a left hand in the corner and takes a slingshot drop kick. Garvin tries to attack from the top rope, but Armstrong is there to slam him onto the mat to set up a slingshot double clothesline by Tom Zenk. The Freebirds get a blind tag to Badstreet. Smothers runs in right into a left hand from Hayes to slow him down. With Smothers on the floor, Badstreet runs over and knocks Zenk and Armstrong to the floor as well. So we get the Birds do a flapjack on Smothers on the guardrail.
That was good. That looked really good.
Absolutely. Yeah. He tries to get back into the ring, but Garvin kicks him off the apron onto the guardrail. Once Badstreet tosses Smothers into the ring, a Pier 6 brawl erupts. The faces all get dumped while the Freebirds and Badstreet turn away to pose. They regroup and do a triple sunset flip for the 3 count at 4:49. I mean, yeah, it's not. This was all right. It's 4 minutes and 49 seconds. It's not great, but the ending is kind of fun. And when I talk about it being a banger, I talk about it in the fact that like there's certain things that happen with a match that's an opening match to kind of like get the show going with a bang. This is kind of where I go by that. I mean, it's not. I don't know. Would 1.5 stars, maybe 2 because of some of the moves that take place, because these are all. These are at the very least, even the Freebirds are trying here whenever they're with the Young Guns or the young, or the Southern Boys. I feel like they put on good magic together. So it's not terrible, but I can understand what you're saying about it being kind of like shitty in the sense that it's not.
I want a gentleman too.
Good. All right. Good. Okay.
So here's where I'll go. So a couple things to start. Misty and Paul Heyman do the intro of the show. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And Misty's in her red leather outfit, which will come in handy later to showcase her talent. Bobby Heenan, they also on commentary announced that Bobby Eaton is currently on the hotline. Could you imagine Bobby Eaton with no promo skills on a hotline talking to customers? Like that was killing me. Yeah. Anyway, here's my problem with the match. Quite frankly, there's some good moments in it. The ending, I absolutely hated. It came out of nowhere, and it was shit, and it was too short. If you want to see a really good 6-man match with the Freebirds and Badstreet, watch the Young Pistols and Dustin Rhodes versus the Freebirds at the Bash. It is the best match of the entire card. So that one is a banger of a 6-man match. This one I gave a gentleman's 2, but the 6-man they do at the Bash with Dustin Rhodes is better and the best match of that whole entire show.
Sure.
So,
wow.
Yeah. So I went gentleman 2 on it.
I forget. Is that the opener or no?
No, it's like in the middle of the show. The opener is that fucking scaffold match.
God.
Austin and Austin and Taylor versus PN News and Bobby.
Scaffold matches are fucking always the worst.
That one's the worst you'll ever see in your entire life.
Always the drizzle shits.
So anyway, listen, not bad, but it's under 5 minutes. The crowd's into it, but it doesn't really settle in anything beyond just motion. It's like out of nowhere. It's just like over. So anyway, but go watch that 6-man at Bash 91 and skip the rest of the show. So.
Well, there you go.
Well, maybe Luger and Wyndham too. That one's okay. But
we get this weird commercial for a Great American Bash commercial where you're giving away like Ric Flair's watch and,
with Timu Robin Leach.
Meet Nature Boy Ric Flair, WCW Heavyweight Champion, truly a legend in his own time. Now you can live the life of legend Ric Flair when you enter the Flash and Bash sweepstakes. You could win a trip for 4 to the Great American Bash, accommodations at the luxurious Omni Inner Harbor Hotel in Baltimore, $700 of spending money, plus Ric's own personal diamond-studded Rolex watch, or win one of 200 Ric Flair signature shirts. To enter, complete this famous quote.
To be the legend and to be the best, it takes more than cash. I'm gonna walk that aisle. Woo!
Watch any World Championship Wrestling TV show June 1st through 23rd to hear the complete quote. Then send your name, address, age, phone number, and completed quote to Flash and Bash Sweepstakes, Post Office Box 7888, Atlanta, Georgia 30357. Head to today for your chance to be a legend. If you don't win the trip, you can still see the Great American Bash 91 live only on pay-per-view Sunday, July 14th.
Was it Timu Robin Leach or was it Robin Leach?
That was not Robin fucking Leach. No.
Yeah. So we get all right. So Timu Robin Leach. Yeah. That I didn't understand that at all.
Yeah.
But
and then we flow into the next pile of shit. Yeah. By the way, I might have a big shit take on this one, but go ahead.
That's great. I'm okay with it. Yeah. So this is Oz, otherwise known as Kevin Nash, or Diesel, or Vinny Vegas, or whatever you want to call it.
Or Master Blaster number 1.
Master Blaster. This is his second gimmick this is his second gimmick within a year. He had just debuted at, I believe, at
Super Brawl.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's with the Wizard, who of course is Kevin Sullivan.
Yes. By the way, the Super Brawl entrance for me is amazing because you have the running monkey, you have Kevin Sullivan in a mask, like turning around, running around, saying, "Welcome to Oz, welcome to Oz."
Oh yeah.
Like, I would lie if I didn't say his entrance pops me. I don't know why, but it pops me.
You know, and this is where we were talking earlier about how like there's all like Dusty came in and brought all the gimmicky shit from WWF, and I mean, is this gimmick basically just as fucking stupid as the Red Rooster?
This gimmick is because Turner had just gotten the rights to the Wizard of Oz. So he created this gimmick because they now own the movie rights. That's what happened.
I mean, I guess it's so funny how they end up making, like, HBO makes that show Oz like 5-6 years later, and it's like a great fucking drama because it's about the prison. But like, I don't know if this is completely the worst thing Kevin Nash has ever done.
You know, talk about the match, and then we'll talk about it at the end because
there is no match. There is no match.
You're right.
This match is literally 1 minute and 29 seconds, and the only thing of note is the whirly bird slam that Kevin Nash. Well, he does hit. All right, so here's a funny thing. It's Johnny Rich, who I think is Tommy Rich's cousin.
Yeah, you had Davey, Johnny, and Tommy all in. Yeah.
So Johnny Rich is here. A couple things to note. We get a big boot from Kevin Nash, which is kind of awesome because it's Kevin Nash. He hits that big boot, which I remember watching him as a Master Blaster hitting the boot, and I was like, even back when he's green as goose shit as Master Blaster, he hits the friggin' boot, and it still looks.
I mean, he's kind of green as goose shit here too, but you know what? Kevin Nash has a certain moveset that looks good no matter how green he is.
Sure. And as long as he's in there with a guy that can sell for him, which is exactly what Johnny Rich does, it's perfect. His power bomb is, like I said, it's a whirly bird kind of power bomb or whatever, I guess. It's nasty.
It's like an airplane spin power bomb.
It is. And yeah, but they do call it the whirly bird slam. I think that's the actual official like wrestling move word for it. But yeah, there's nothing really about this. It's just a complete squash. Again, another match that didn't need to be on a Clash. It's really sad that this is the match that replaces Sid on the card.
You know what's great though? The crowd reaction for Oz is like, if I remember his debut being like a duck fart at but nice. the crowd is totally into him in this. And you know what? Sure. I won't lie. Like, you know how you're talking about our last show about Sid and how great he was and how vicious he was? Take the gimmick aside. If they had done the right thing with Nash here, he would, again, he could have been a big star here too. And of course, he's another one that goes to WWF and gets his.
You know what's really funny is I remember when he comes back as Vinny Vegas. Diamond Dallas Page had something with Vinny Vegas and the Diamond Stud.
They did, and they should have leaned in on it pretty heavy, and they did. Yeah. They became jobbers. They were jobbers.
Yeah. And that's what sucks because it's so funny how those guys end up becoming the two of the biggest names in WCW, WWF, but then WCW 5 years later, and they fucking run the company for the next 4 years after that. Like,
you know, my favorite thing about, and again, I know we don't want to go long on this one, but my favorite thing. When Nash and Hall come back to WCW, and Dusty does a heel turn and joins them. Yeah. Part of me wished they had booted him in the face for giving him these fucking bullshit gimmicks. Because Dusty Rhodes as Booker has lost his fucking mind. But again, I'm gonna say that for a future shit take.
Okay, good. So, I'm excited to hear this shit take.
Yep.
Real quickly, just because I made a note to cut this for the show. I want everybody to hear PN News rapping to us, because if we had to listen to it, you have to listen to it.
Take a look at this.
103 pounds, the rap master, PN News.
Matt Souza's favorite wrestler from the 7 Months in Danger, by the way.
My name is News, and I'm on the attack. Let the sucker in. Let me put him on his back. Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo.
But by the way, that's very much sarcasm. I think PN News is the one that got him to quit watching wrestling for the most part. One of them. Anyway.
But we move on to the next matchup here, which is Dangerous Dan Spivey versus Big Josh. Future Matt Bourne. No, Matt Bourne, original Matt Bourne, future Doink the Clown. Big Josh, I remember Big Josh fondly, except that he had the bear with him. Doesn't he have the
gimmick? The gimmick is shit. Matt Bourne overall, though. I mean, I'll talk about it here at the end because there's something that's said during commentary that made me very angry. One
of the weird things I feel is he comes down with an axe handle, no axe on the axe handle. I didn't understand that. Like, why not just have him come down with an axe? You know, like he carries an axe handle. Like, carry a fucking baseball bat or an axe.
He's gonna beat him with a stick.
He comes from the North Woods. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here, Big Josh? I mean, I know he was from. I think he was from Portland. I think, right?
Correct. He's from Portland.
Yeah. So okay, but anywho,
this gimmick to me is worse than Doink the Clown. Like Doink the Clown's a shitty gimmick, but did he live that gimmick great? So anyway,
Doink the Clown. I take umbrage with that. Doink the Clown is not a shitty gimmick. Doink the Clown.
No, I agree.
Heel Doink is the greatest gimmick ever, and probably could have done wonders if they had brought him back in like the Attitude Era.
The timing was right because it was a big deal. The book and the TV movie were a big deal, so it was perfect timing for that gimmick.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But Tony Schiavone makes mention that this is Big Josh's most important matchup to date.
The other thing he said is Big Josh has only been wrestling for 5 months. This is where I got pissed off because I'm like, motherfucker, he was at the first WrestleMania. Like literally, literally when he said, I go, motherfucker. And even my notes, I said, motherfucker, he was in the first Mania, you asshole. That was my exact note.
When he said that he's only been wrestling for 5 months, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, come on.
Like, come on, Dusty, fuck you.
I mean, I guess it makes him look like a boy genius that he's this well qualified as a wrestler after only wrestling for 5 months, I guess.
Right,
but,
right.
I had mentioned that we had talked about Jim Ross having fucking orgasms over people that played football. He mentions that did Dan Spivey really play for the New York?
Yes, because he was in a varsity club for a while. Like when he joined the varsity club. Because he had the varsity gimmick. He had it. So he joined the varsity
Well, he went
club.
to the University of Georgia. So he was a Georgia Bulldog. He did play. He did. He was drafted by the New York Jets, but did not sign with the Jets. Instead, he decided to sign with, wow. Oh, God, I should fucking say that. That's a great dig to give to friggin' Justin. It says, Spivey aimed to play football professionally and was drafted by the New York Jets, but did not sign with the Jets, instead deciding to sign with the Jacksonville Express of the World Football League. He didn't want to play with the Jets so bad, he went to a defunct football organization.
It's terrible.
That's amazing. That's such a good dig at fucking Justin for the shitty Jets. Anyway, I guess you're right. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's cool, him being a Bulldog, because that's a good school. It's not like he went to like a shitty school,
Yeah,
you know?
and that was his varsity club gimmick when he joined the varsity club, and he won the U.S. tag team titles with Kevin Sullivan.
That's right. You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
He was also Golden Boy. Remember him being Golden Boy?
Golden Boy, Danny Spivey, yeah. Took Barry Windham's place in the WWF.
He sure did. Dan Spivey, hell of a career. He's always at those conventions. Have you ever talked to him?
No. Waylon Mercy was a fantastic gimmick that didn't last very long.
Okay, we're gonna go to Minnesota. Did you sign up for your free WrestleCon?
I have not. I need to.
All right, we should go. Maybe on maybe Sunday morning. We should go to WrestleCon and because Barry Windham's
before we do the tailgate thing.
Barry Windham's gonna be there.
I keep holding out hope for a Zbyszko or a Garvin appearance before I see he's up.
You would think Zbyszko would be there because it's Minnesota.
He's from Minnesota.
There's a chance. There's a possibility that maybe he shows up. Oh my God, I'm looking right now. Berserker's going to be there.
Let's go to Vern Gagne's cemetery.
I think Greg's going to be there.
Yeah, Greg is going to be there.
Greg's going to be there. We got DDP's going to be there.
You need to drop me that link for the sign up again because I want to do it. So, all right, keep going with the matches.
No, hold on. I just want to see who's on this though. Hold on. We got the Killer Bees. You want to go see you want to go up to Brian Blair and go, fucking Brian Blair, piece of shit.
Nope, I don't.
How about Jushin Thunder Liger? You want to see
Nope, don't care about him.
Mike Rotundo is going to be there.
Oh.
Mike Rotundo. We got Ron Simmons, Dan Spivey, Barry Windham. Larry Zbyszko is going to be there.
No, he's not. Anyway, keep going. Let's keep going.
You would shit. Anyway, so the big thing, I guess, about this is that there's a lot of back and forth clubbing blows going on by this. Spivey snaps a Japanese arm drag, which was kind of cool. Josh comes back though with a big suplex. He avoids a corner charge and takes Spivey down with a back suplex. And then it kind of all falls apart. We get Kevin Sullivan fresh out of his wizard gimmick,
with fucking hair all over the place.
Apparently,
it's like you got electric shock. You got like electric shock.
Apparently, Kevin Sullivan just put the face mask on when he came out as the wizard because the hair's the same. But he shows up with a crutch.
Yeah.
He hits Big Josh with the wooden crutch. The crutch breaks. Again, another thing where the referee is out of position and doesn't see, and it's Nick Patrick.
But Josh basically has to pretend he doesn't see them because he's walking down the ring and Josh is looking right at him.
Well, that's the best is that because they have the ring ramp and it's right at the same level.
So bad because Josh saw them and he still ran to him anyway. Stupid.
Yeah. So he runs into him. He gets hit with this crutch. The crutch breaks. Josh no-sells it, which is awesome. And then what happens is Spivey hits him with a clothesline into the rope, and then he hits him with a German suplex.
Great German suplex.
Yes,
great
suplex.
Spivey
pins him. The match is only 2 minutes and 49 seconds long. I hate to give this a dud because it's just
this is not a dud. I thought they beat the shit out of each other, and I love the ending.
All right, so then
I thought it was great.
You give it a star?
I would at least give it a star. Sullivan interference obviously fucked it up, but I love the ending with the German into the. I have to give it a star. I love Matt Bourne. I might be the world's
do
biggest
too.
Matt Bourne fan in the world.
I do too.
Be it in world class, be it in Portland, he's so good. And it's a damn shame what happened to him in the end.
Matt Bourne is one of those. Matt Bourne's one of those guys. I mean, I'll put it this way: Matt Bourne is a very much more likable Dynamite Kid in the sense that he was kind of too small to be like to live up to a legacy of a pro wrestler, and because his dad was a pro wrestler, and I think his dad was much bigger than him. And when I watch,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say when I watched the Matt Bourne Dark Side of the Ring, they talk an awful lot about like the shadow that he had to kind of climb out of, and how he just never could get out of that shadow. And that's a lot. I feel like with Dynamite Kid, like Dynamite Kid had this. I don't know. I don't think Dynamite Kid's family was wrestling, but like Dynamite had this like chip on his shoulder because he was so small. And it's like one of those things where it's like if this had been a guy who came up in a different era, I think that both him and Dynamite would have been huge and not have had as many problems as they did. Because once you started getting into smaller guys, smaller meaning just shorter, not even smaller frames, just shorter, I think you would have been able to have great success and not have these dudes feel like that they were in the lands of the giants. But go ahead.
I agree. If you want to watch a very underrated Matt Bourne feud, just for everybody recommendation, because I've almost done it for a territorial. Before Kerry goes to the WWF on Eric, there's a heel turn by Matt Bourne, and him and Kerry have a fucking feud that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Right before Kerry goes to the WWF. So you can look that up on YouTube. But it's like Matt Bourne, anyway. Matt Bourne's great.
That's a great recommendation.
Yeah.
That's
anyway,
great. I love those recommendations.
Yep.
That's definitely a black hole for me is WCCW.
It's probably the last good feud at WCC. Well,
does anybody ever call it WCCW, or do people just call it World Class?
They just call it World Class. I call it whatever. So.
I always feel like every time I see WCCW that I'm like the only person that calls it that. So
you could call it the Von Erich Fellatio Wrestling League if you want to, but
the Von Erich Fellatio. Great. On that note, let's go to the WCW Top 10.
Here's a look at the World Championship Wrestling Top 10 rankings and singles competition as compiled by promoters and the members of the board of directors of World Championship Wrestling. In the number 10 slot, one of the newest men in World Championship Wrestling, stunning Steve Austin out of Hollywood, California. The number 9 man, the maniacal one-man gang, 6'10", 420 pounds. Checking in at number 8, Barry Windham. Number 7, the former world television champion, the enforcer, Arn Anderson. Former world champion Sting checks in at number 6. The number 5 man, the Russian nightmare, Nikita Koloff. The world television champion, Beautiful Bobby, is number 4 in the latest rankings. 7'7" Elegante checks in at number 3. From Japan, the number 2 man, the Great Muta. The number 1 contender, the U.S. champion, the total package, Lex Luger from Chicago. And of course, the WCW world champion is Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Jesus fucking Christ, it's top 10. Go ahead. You have
I love the
entire thing?
I love thing? Yeah. I
do
top
too,
10.
but this one I have a problem with.
I mean, we got Steve Austin, the one-man gang, Barry Windham, Arn Anderson, Sting, Nikita Koloff. Finally, the television champion, Bobby Eaton.
Who's not even the fucking champion anymore. They just haven't played it yet.
We have Holy Hunting.
Yes.
The great Muta.
So this is where I shit the bed. Yeah. El Gigante is at number 3, which is a fucking disgrace. And Muta at number 2. And Muta at number 2 was so random because he's not even been in WCW until the match tonight, which makes the fucking 0 sense for even later in the show for the match he's in.
I know.
He's not number fucking 2.
So
it's bullshit.
Goofy. It's so goofy.
It is.
I mean,
anyway.
For Sting to be 6? What?
And El Gigante's number 3, and Muta's number 2, and he hasn't even been around. Like, fuck WCW, everybody. Fuck
my favorite is the picture they put a flare up afterwards.
What? Oh yeah, with the goofy ass hair. Yeah, so bad, so bad.
All right, bad. We have the next matchup. Oh, we have the next segment, I guess.
No, I do like this segment.
Okay. All right. I have lots of questions about this. So it's the Danger Zone, where Paulie is interviewing Wonder Years superstar Jason Hervey.
It's Wayne, motherfucker.
He is.
It's Wayne.
he immediately does the Paul he thing where he asks him a question and then immediately takes the freaking camera away or takes the microphone away so that Jason Hervey can't answer it, which I'm sure you love. God, you're already laughing. Go ahead. I'll let you talk about it.
No, keep going.
It's
so bad it's good. Keith,
okay, so they go ahead and they have a conversation about Jason Hervey being Missy Hyatt's boyfriend. Is that
her cuck?
Is that a real?
Yeah, they live together and everything.
That was a real fucking thing.
It was a real thing. Yep.
Come on.
It was a real thing. They
All
lived
right,
together, dude.
Okay, so Missy was married to
Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
Eddie Gilbert.
Right.
Gilbert's not dead yet. So she leaves Eddie Gilbert for Jason Hervey.
She fucked. No,
I know she fucked everybody. Dude. I know. But like, you know what? That might be something to try to get in touch with Missy Hyatt about. I want to hear more about her conversation. I want to hear more about her relationship with Jason Hervey.
Nobody does a Missy Hyatt podcast.
What'd you say?
There's no Missy Hyatt podcast out there. She's a hairdresser down in Florida now. So I bet you could get her on the shows. I think she might be one of those ones you could buy on Podstars.
Oh my God, she shows up. She shows up all the time.
Yeah.
She's actually, I think she's at Wrestling Con. Remember we were going to go to that Wrestling Con 80s in Parsippany?
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be there, I believe. And it's on Halloween. You and I should talk about going to Halloween because, again, Tito is going to be there. Medusa, Sean Mooney, Bobby Fulton, Tugboat, Uncle Fred's going to be there. Johnny Ace is going to be there. Tony Gurria, Danny Davis.
My problem with Hyatt is I don't know how. I want to know what her hit list is. I don't like, you know what I mean? And I doubt she's going to be comfortable. Like Tammy Sitz would talk about it. I don't know if she would, you know?
I bet you, I mean, I guess you have to. All right.
I have her book. Her book, she fucked Stan Lane. She fucked Tom Pritchard. Like she has a whole lot. Jack Victory? No, John Tatum.
Oh, yeah.
So she has a whole laundry list. But listen, I would love to talk to her. She's got a lot of stuff.
Well, she shows up all the time. I mean, she's always at friggin' conventions. So, but yeah, I should try to see if I can get in touch with her. What was the name of that thing again? The website to buy
Podstars with the Z.
Podstar. I just want
like Kansas Z.
Like Kansas Z. Podstars. And you know what? And you told me, you said that you would friggin' you'd pay for it.
Oh, I fucking would for sure. Anyway, all right. So are we gonna finish this segment with Paulie
all right, go ahead.
Hervey?
So he's talking to Jason Hervey, and basically he asks. It's funny though because Paulie says like, "You got a new car, you have a new house." He goes, and then eventually it leads to the, "Well, then why are you dating a washed-up old piece of trash or whatever it is?" To which,
and then Hervey starts cutting a promo, and he turns his back on Paulie. And takes the fucking greatest cracked phone thing in the head I've ever seen. Like the crack is amazing.
Cardinal mistake by a ring veteran.
Yes, and Paulie just destroyed him. And then out of the blue, Missy in her previously talked about red leather outfit with her girls back going all over the place, about kicking her in the head.
Mm-hmm.
For a 1991 high school kid, that might have been the biggest pop of the night for me.
Yeah,
Missy Hyatt, just boom, 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 smack, black eye, boom. But yeah, I love Paul calling out Misty as being a slut. Like this segment was good for all the wrong reasons. I thought Jason Hervey took a great fucking bump.
I kept going back and listening because I thought Missy said like you motherfucker.
She did.
She does. Okay, because
I
I was hearing it at 2 times because I was kind of listening to this at 1.5. I was watching it at 1.5 speed just to kind of get through. But then I kept hearing it. It sounded like she said you motherfucker, and I was like, wait, what? And that, yeah, so the best thing is like Tony and Jim Ross selling the phone shot with the fact that he fucking broke the phone over his head.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I thought it was great. It was a good segment. I will give you that.
It is it's a very well-known segment too. So it's a pretty famous segment.
Missy you can book Missy for $100 for 30 minutes or $150 for 60 minutes.
Is there a happy ending in that?
No, but you know what? I would if you're paying $100, I think we should have Missy Hyatt on and do an interview with Missy Hyatt.
I don't know if we could get through 30 minutes.
Why?
Because there's a lot to ask there, man. I think it'd have longer. That's the problem.
You think we'd have to do 60 minutes?
I would need 6 hours with Ron Garvin.
Oh, Jesus. We're not talking Ron Garvin. We're talking Missy Hyatt. You know what? If you want to do this, we'll talk offline. I will definitely come up. I will control the conversation.
Let me think through it.
I will control the conversation to keep it under control and not have us go off on tangents. But we could definitely create a list of questions to ask Missy Hyatt.
Let me think through it.
I bet you would be great.
All right, let me think through it.
Only think for a minute. Think about it.
No, go. Let's keep going. We got matches to talk about.
I know we do have matches to talk about, but I do. All right, so we move up to the next match on the card is Dustin Rhodes versus Terrance Taylor, who comes out with Mr. Hughes and Alexandra York. Now, this kind of came up because Dustin Rhodes was offered a spot on the in the York Foundation and declined it.
He did.
So this is now I think this is a rematch from Super Brawl. So
it is.
Yeah. So she had also Alexandra York had announced that she had signed another person to her faction, and we're going to find out later who it is. But Taylor tries to rile Rhodes up by shoving him around, so Dustin answers back with a clothesline that puts Taylor out onto the floor. He checks with the computer and heads back into the ring. Taylor takes a pair of atomic drops, but avoids a corner charge that sends Dustin flying out to the floor. Taylor follows him out for some guardrail action. He brings Dustin back into with a suplex and a knee drop. And
guardrail action sounds like wrestling porn. It's guardrail action. Guardrail action.
We get a jawbreaker and a gut wrench powerbomb that gets a 2 count. Rhodes comes back with a sunset flip and a backslide for near falls. Rhodes brings up his boot to block a charge, and a flip-flop flies his way to a bulldog. Mr. Hughes gets up on the apron with a ref while Dustin has Taylor pinned. So the referee, Nick Patrick in this case, with I believe a mustache, misses the count here. Rhodes then nails Hughes, but when he turns around, we see one Ricky Morton. The match gets thrown out at 4 minutes and 27 seconds, but what happens at the end is more important. Morton distracts Rhodes with a handshake long enough for Hughes to slip that glove on. He pops Dustin in the back, and Morton starts stomping on him. And here's your newest member of the York Foundation. Big Josh, recently defeated Big Josh, comes out to Dustin's aid and scares Alexandra's boys away with that axe handle of his, that baseball bat. So,
big heel turn.
Big heel turn for Ricky Morton. Like I said, this is basically a match to set up the gimmick.
But there's a segment later in the show that's even a bigger heel turn.
That pays
great.
off, yeah. So the Ricky Morton heel turn is weird here. Yeah. I guess it's a disqualification on Terry Taylor, I guess.
It is. Yeah, Dustin Rhodes wins by DQ.
Yeah. So I don't know. 1.5 stars. It's not really
No, man, I liked it.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was a fun match. I thought it had some good energy.
So this is good. This is good having you here because
Dustin Rhodes at this time, like, remember, he has only been out of it. Like, he's still baby.
He's like Dusty,
and he's so good. Like it's the chaos. The booking at the end's chaos, but it was a good move for like the Morton heel turn. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, if people were to ask me who were some of the highlights of 1991 WCW, Dustin Rhodes and Terry Taylor would be in my top 5.
But my favorite thing about Dustin is Dustin does the punches, like the Dusty punches, and then he does the elbow. And it just takes me out seeing him do that because it's like it's so.
But he's so good. It's hard to believe this is the kid we saw.
I know
lose at the Royal Rumble.
Well,
it's insane.
That's the thing about Dustin is that Dustin catches so much shit for just basically being a carbon copy of Dusty.
But he was the best part of. He was one of the best of '91, man. So good.
Yeah, but like
so good, and he's better than Dusty in ring.
Dude, Dustin's
not even close.
Dustin's 91 and 94 is fucking amazing.
Dustin is better than Dusty. That might be a shit take too. Dustin Rhodes is better than his dad. That would probably be a shit take.
That's a shit take because
no, it's not. In ring, he puts Dusty to shame.
Are you saying in ring only?
I'm saying in ring, he puts his dad to shame.
We'd have to go back. I mean, you've probably watched a lot of.
Okay, so let's lock it into the next. So I have 2 good shit takes for the next 2
about
episodes.
Dusty. Oh my god.
2 on Dusty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna make you. Oh, that's gonna make you angry, and I'm gonna have a good time with that.
Shit, I had a shit take I woke up with the other morning, and I was gonna text you, and I forgot, and now I can't remember what it was. And it was a good shit take.
Listen, Dustin Rhodes, promo wise, no. In ring puts his dad to shame.
So, I have to go back. I have to really sit and rack my brain. I can't remember. It was like I even had a dream about it, and that's why I woke up.
I'm so glad I got my next 2 shit takes that are on Dusty Rhodes.
I know.
That's almost as good as Randy Savage.
You just fucking spoiled all of it. No,
it's okay.
Now everybody's gonna know.
It's okay.
Damn it, I can't remember what that one was too. Sucks. Because I was going to bring receipts. Anyway, I'll think of it again.
Well, now you know what my next 2 will be, and so does your audience, so it'll be good.
Well, it's the same audience. I hate to break it to you.
I'm pimping it. Go ahead. All right. No, I like the match. I actually went 2 1/4 on it. I thought it was fine.
Very cool.
So,
all right.
yeah.
Well, then I'll allow it. We get the first of many, we get the second, I should say, of many promo introductions here, where we get Johnny B. Bad with Teddy Long all together. The commercial for Johnny B. Bad is coming.
Man, here's the first thing I thought about with Johnny. He really does look like Little Richard. It's uncanny. It's uncanny.
It's
uncanny.
Also, is it also awful because he's not in blackface, but like, because he's not black at all. Mark Merrow's not black. Mark Merrow's like Italian.
Yeah, but back then, WCW, it doesn't matter.
I know, but like, here's the thing. Like, when you see Mark Merrow now, or even when Mark Merrow came in as like, Wildman, and then when he was the boxer, he's not black.
He's not.
He's not.
Mark Merrow now should have a mustache, because I don't like Mark Merrow without a mustache.
I love that Vince side him thinking he was getting Johnny.
He looks a little bit like he's morphing into Smokey Robinson. So he's got
again, a black man. Mark Merrow is not black.
I'm talking about his face. His face is evolving into
Smokey
Smokey
but that's
Robinson.
what I'm saying. I'm saying
Anyway.
he's not black.
And you know what's funny? All these young people that might listen to the show, who the fuck is Smokey Robinson, you old shit? That's what they're thinking right now.
Actually, I apologize. He's not even Italian. He's Jewish.
That's great. Good for him.
But like, that's what I think is so funny, is that he's not even black at all. There's nothing black about the man, and yet he played a black character, and you're saying he's morphing into another black person.
His face.
He did. He had work on his face.
Right.
Yeah,
This has nothing to do with race. I'm just making an observation.
No, he had work on his face. Yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Johnny B. Bad. I love Johnny B. Bad, actually. I thought Johnny B. Bad was awesome when he first came out.
When he was very green when he first started, but he evolved. He got pretty good. So.
Yeah, he got really good. And I liked Wildman, Mark Merrow, and then I didn't hate when he became boxer Mark Merrow or whatever.
Former TV champion and former Intercontinental champion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was fucking nasty as a TV champ. Like he was good.
Mark Merrow, and he was good as Mean Mark. So
yeah. No, he was a great Mean Mark.
I like the boxing gimmick.
Oh, Marvelous Mark.
Oh, sorry, Marvelous Mark.
Because I was like, Mean Mark.
Yeah, Mean Mark.
He's a very different guy.
I meant the Undertaker. I like that.
A very different Mean Mark.
Anyway.
But anyway, so we come
I'm
back.
Curious about your thoughts about this next match.
So we come back from the commercial, and it's a recap of Super Brawl, where it's the tag title match between the Steiner brothers and Sting and Lex Luger, where Nikita Koloff comes back and attacks Sting by mistake because he was attempting to attack Lex Luger.
Great angle, great match. Great angle.
He was attempting to attack Lex Luger, but attacks Sting instead, which causes this ongoing feud for pretty much a good chunk of this year until eventually Koloff switches back.
You know what's weird is that Koloff was feuding with Luger coming out of Wrestle War because he attacked him with the new U.S. belt.
Yeah.
And you never got really a match between them that you actually saw. So they pivoted from February to May from Luger to Sting because I think they knew Luger was going to take on Flair at the Bash. Yeah. So it's just interesting how fast they pivoted that angle.
Yes.
Weird. Yeah.
But it was a good pivot. It's probably
great angle. Angle.
This Koloff and Sting is probably one of the best feuds of 91. You don't think it's one of the best feuds in WCW of 91?
I'll hold my thoughts after the match.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I guess we'll go back. So Sting comes down to the ring to meet Koloff.
A man called Spring.
He's a man called Spring.
A season called Spring.
He is. Sting in his best Hogan gear at this. He's got the orange boots and yellow tights.
Yeah, fuck Sting.
But okay, fuck Sting. I know you hate him.
Fuck the Sting.
Sting pops, so he comes in. Koloff immediately starts pounding him down. He takes Sting to the floor and tosses him into the guardrail. Back in, Sting pops up and drills Koloff with a pile driver, but he completely no-sells and hammers Sting to the mat. Koloff gives Sting a tombstone pile driver for 2. Sting attempts the sunset flip, but Koloff will not fall and nails Sting. Koloff poses over Sting. He gets pulled down for the pinning predicament. After all that, for a 2 count, Koloff hits a backbreaker and works the ribs. That continues until they head back out to the arena floor. This time, Nikita gets whipped into the guardrail. Back again, Nikita nails Sting and then tries another tombstone pile driver. But Sting reverses it into one of his own. Koloff actually sells the move this time as Sting starts his comeback. A Stinger splash misses, but so does the sickle. And Sting rolls Nikita up for the 3 count at 9 minutes and 33 seconds. Real methodical pace. The story was told and was done very well. So I didn't hate this. I actually went 2.5 stars on this. I thought it wasn't terrible. What do you think of it?
So I will tell you, their Great American Bash, they do a Russian chain match.
Yes.
It is a terrible match. Awful. So, and I don't remember liking this one very much when I watched it initially. So when you say they had a great feud going,
okay.
So here's what I will tell you. The angle was great. I love that Sting gets his ass kicked this entire match.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Like Koloff, like every time Sting would try to come back, Koloff would just cut him off and beat the fucking shit out of him. I loved it.
Yeah.
What I also loved was Koloff. There's a flag waving grandma in the front row.
Yes.
And Koloff actually blows a kiss to her, which I thought was great. Koloff hit a sick tombstone, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
But every time Sting would try to rally, like Koloff would just shut him off. So
yeah.
And then basically he wins like on luck, and he gets the pin at 9:32. And I was shocked that he beat Koloff because the feud is big. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So I thought Koloff looking dominant was great. Sting looked like Koloff's bitch, and the crowd was locked in. And you know what I love about this? This was the mid-'80s Koloff that grabbed me during the TA feud.
Sure.
And again, the last thing I said is too bad the match at Bash is poo-poo. I actually went 3 stars on this. I was engaged from start to finish in this whole thing.
Right.
I shockingly, I love this match.
The flag-waving grandma may very well be the same grandma that almost hits Hogan when it's NWO Hogan. You know that meme?
It could be.
Because I think she's a plant, so I'm sure she's like somebody's grandmother that works for the company.
Yeah.
So
and what's sad about this is like Koloff's heel run's great, but then he turns when the Dangerous Alliance era, he comes back and he becomes a face.
Yeah.
Like he's only in for a short time and then he's gone.
Yeah.
Then he comes back and he's a face, and then he gets he breaks his back fighting Baby Vader, and and he's got to retire. So
you know what I'll give you this prop here. You know what I never liked about Sting was those weird like punch chops that Sting would throw where he would like kick his
where
leg
the sideways, like the
and he would kick his leg out. I just always hated those. I always hated those.
You know what I don't like about Sting?
Everything.
Sting.
Wow. Send your postcards to him, folks. Yeah, it's not. I mean, okay, so you like this match. Yeah, it's funny that on this Clash, this is another issue with like it's like booking Sting. Like even though he's gonna look he's made to look weak, he still gets the win. You know, which is kind of
a lot of people hate this match. This match gets shit on. Yeah, this match gets shit.
Well, and I think that it's you know what it is. It's that he misses the Stinger Splash, which is great because he gets a lot of height on that Stinger Splash and like hits the post. And then he comes and it's like and Koloff like tragically sets up the sickle for so long and waiting for Sting to turn around. And then he misses it, and then Sting gets a fucking weak roll up. Like it's just this would have been it would have been so much more for the Bash if Koloff had beaten him at the Clash, you know?
Well, I probably liked it because Sting got his ass kicked. So
sure.
I probably liked it for that.
That's fine.
Which, by the way, Sting's worse at being the face and getting his ass kicked worse than Randy Savage is. So don't look at me like that.
Interesting comments nonetheless. Back to live action. We now have. I am not putting anything in on this because it's just awful. PM News coming out with salt and pepper. Well, you can talk about it all you want, but I'm not putting in this clip of him rapping.
Okay. Here's what I'll say. PM News raps so badly, and he comes out with Timu salt and pepper. And I imagine when I watch this is where Vince got the inspiration for the Funkasaurus and Funkadactyl gimmick, because that's really what it is. It's the Funkasaurus. Yeah. It's the Funkadactyls. Then Johnny B. Bad interrupts. Teddy Long shows up. This exists. You don't need this feud, and you don't need to watch this. That's what I said.
Like, was anybody looking for this fucking asshole?
No.
Oh God, he's so fat and gross. It's just like everything about this guy is just depressing.
And by the way, I don't even remember a match between Johnny B. Bad and PN News. I could be wrong.
Do they even have any matches? I don't need. Is there even anything on television?
I think they might fight at the Bash. I don't even.
Hold on. I'm going to cage match because I don't even remember ever seeing PN News.
Oh no, because PN News was in the scaffold match. He was in a scaffold match, so I don't even know if they actually have a feud or not. Probably not, because both of them were greener than freaking diarrhea, so I doubt it.
Cannonball Grizzly is his name. PN News. Wow, he's been wrestling. He wrestled all the way up until 2016.
He sure did.
Goddamn, pal.
Goddamn, we still have a lot of show left. Jesus Christ.
We'll get through a lot of it. Right. Hold on, I just want to see this nonsense. Oh God, he's. You know what? I always get him confused with this Man Mountain Rock, and I know that's not anywhere close to being the same guy, but
Max Payne?
Yeah. He doesn't come into the WWF though, PN News. Thankfully.
Man Mountain Rock does.
He's Man Mountain Rock in WCW, yeah. Oh God, he does wrestle. Oh God, he's so bad. Oh God, he fights fucking Luger for a title shot. Oh. Who gave him a title shot?
Because Luger had nobody to feud with, man. That's
my God.
Their roster was shit.
He wrestles Austin for the television title a bunch.
Oh yeah, we covered that on the 7 Months of Danger.
That's during Clash 17. Oh
yes, yeah, we covered that.
Oh, get off my computer. All right, moving along. moving on. Oh, what a terrible fucking gimmick. PN News. I mean, part of it had to be just a fucking awful outfit that he had. But more importantly, I want to talk about the upcoming attraction that we have for the Diamond Stud.
Diamond Dallas Page.
That's right, Diamond Dallas Page here with my latest acquisition, the Diamond Stud. Where's that girl? Where's that girl who applied for the job? Come on up here, Toots. You might notice I don't have one of my diamond dolls here tonight. Well, there's a reason for that. We're searching across the country and around the world looking for a studette. And this babe here thinks she's got what it takes. Are you ready to peel the real deal, baby? Well, let's see what you got. Good God, blew her away. Another one bites the dust. You were wonderful. You were marvelous, baby, but see ya.
This is where I took the note that they're really trying to pimp these new stars.
Yeah.
This was like the draw of the line in the sand for me on the gimmicks. Although I think you're right, that gimmick could have worked. I actually agree with you on that one.
It's basically Razor Ramon, like before Razor Ramon. It's the same thing as Vinny Vegas is basically Diesel before Diesel.
Yeah, he transferred that gimmick over into a different character over there because he even had a toothpick. So, yeah.
But I like the commercial where first of all, Diamond Dallas Page being there just fucking takes me out. I love DDP so much. I've always loved DDP. I should go meet DDP because he legit might be one of my most favorite people of all time.
Well, he was great in the AWA managing Bad Company. It's great.
I love DDP.
Yeah, it's good.
So, but we get that quick commercial and then we cut to longer hair Barry Windham now.
Thank God, Jesus.
Thank God. We get Barry Windham and Arn Anderson versus and Brian Pillman in a loser leaves WCW match. Shawn, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why didn't they make both people of this tag team match leave? I feel like that would have been a lot better if both of them.
El Gigante is not far behind.
If both people had to leave, I think that would have worked.
El Gigante is gone very soon. So very soon.
So it's
the bigger question is why didn't El Gigante take the pin? That's the bigger question.
So we have this matchup here where whoever gets pinned in this match or made to submit, and which I might add is the correct way to say that, not submit or submitted. I hate when they say that. I hate when Michael Cole says that. Oh, it's either a pinfall or submitted. I'm like, no, it's made to submit. But thank you anyway. Proper English, people. Pillman open hand chops Anderson and Windham around to start. Spinning kick on Windham gets 2. Then he escapes a head scissors and pops Pillman in the mouth. DDT connects for 2. Arn tags and gets drop kick off the top to the floor, which was quite a bump back then. He follows Arn out with a pescado and is a pescado. That's a Pescado move, I guess. I don't know. That came up there. But back in, Arn runs into Gigante and gets choked down. Pillman tries to go for the finish with a flying crossbody off of Gigante's shoulders for a 2 count. Arn stops the count, but then Pillman gives him a power slam. While the referee is trying to restrain El Gigante, Wyndham shoves Pillman off the top and then kicks him in the face.
That was great. It was a brutal kick.
For a 3 count.
Savage.
3 minutes and 8 seconds. So the match ends where Brian Pillman is pinned. So he is the loser that has to leave. Pillman jumping off of Gigante's shoulders must have been quite dangerous and scary for him because El Gigante is 9 feet tall, and that's just a hell of a jump. So
listen, I think on our last pod, I brought up that Brian Pillman was evolving, right? He was getting ready to go to Wrestle War, and then I think I even brought up he was going to have this great feud with Wyndham. And they have a Tate Fist match at Super Brawl that Wyndham also wins. So I love the Wyndham Pillman feud. Like, it's great. Unfortunately, Pillman looked good in this match. Don't get me wrong. El Gigante did jack fucking shit. But because it's his fault Pillman lost because he was outside fighting with Arn Anderson because he's a big doof. But the match itself was kind of too short to fully develop. I thought Pillman looked good in defeat. But this is more about writing him off so he could do that fucking yellow dog gimmick. Which was a fucking disgrace and embarrassing. I still went 2 1/4 on this. But what happens after this match is what makes me madder than anything.
So the funny thing is we don't even see him kick. We don't even see Wyndham kick Orton.
No, they missed the camera angle on it.
They missed the camera because we're so busy watching fucking.
But I think there was a replay, and I think it
there is. That's where you see it. So he kicks Pillman in the face, and he pins him for 3. But we miss it because we have to see El Gigante putting a fucking claw
on Arn Anderson
on Arn Anderson's head, which unfortunately did look like he was palming a basketball. I will say that. I mean, there's no doubt that El Gigante is a giant. Literally, that's his name. But he sucks in every way, shape, and form.
This match would have been 4 stars if Arn Anderson had hit the spine buster on El Gigante. That would have been amazing.
And pinned him.
Like that's almost as good as like when he hit it on the Undertaker at WrestleMania. That popped me so hard.
That would have been so funny though. Yeah. Can you imagine El Gigante trying to take that move?
He never would have got up.
No.
He'd be done.
But yeah, no, the yellow dog shit is so awful. I guess. You
know what they could have done? They should have set up a yellow dog versus Badstreet. That would have been,
in the tournament. That would have been great. See, that's what I thought would have been.
Pillman's back by then, though.
It's so funny. I said that with oh God, there was something. Oh, I know what it was. When Chad Gable was doing El Grande Americano last year, before he got hurt, I was like, he should win the Money in the Bank, but he's not allowed to carry the Money in the Bank if he's Chad Gable, and have it be like, and they could have done something where like Chad Gable gets a title shot. Or Chad Gable's in a match and like the champion's there, and there's an opportunity for him, like the world champ gets knocked out and Chad Gable's just standing there, and it's like everybody knows that he's got the briefcase, but he can't cash it in because he's supposed to be El Grande. I go, they should have done that. Imagine that if like Yellow Dog or Badstreet wins the light heavyweight championship and they want to take their mask off and celebrate, but they can't.
So funny.
And then everybody goes, why doesn't Yellow Dog wrestle Brian Pillman for the championship?
Dusty liked those mask gimmicks. By the way, the Yellow Dog gimmick was an older gimmick. You know who was Yellow Dog back in the day?
It was fucking one and only, Barry Windham.
It sure was. So watch, rinse, repeat. Dusty with that. Bring it back to Midnight Rider from Florida. He was all about redoing the gimmicks. So
Midnight Rider.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, because that's basically the Yellow Dog is the Midnight Rider.
Midnight Rider beat Flair for the title, and they wouldn't let him keep it unless he unmasked. So it's a whole thing back in the day. So.
And he couldn't unmask because he was.
That is correct. Because he would have been fired.
He was fired.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yep. So we got a quick recap of Sting and Flair from the Great American Bash, which I guess we get to watch the Great American Bash yet again. We also see
Paulie pimping it, and they did some highlights. Yeah.
Yep. We also see a highlight of the previous Great American Bash with the Steiner brothers. Who was that they're wrestling?
They took on the Freebirds.
Yeah, the Freebirds, but the Freebirds were in like a weird weird gear. So
Yeah, they're wearing like overall glittery shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we cut now to the next matchup, which is the IWGP Tag Team Championship, where Rick and Scott had recently won the IWGP Tag Team Championship, and they're going to be defending it on American television, going up against Masahiro Chono and Hiroshi Hase. So, is this one on the list of five star?
It is not.
It's not. Oh, okay.
It is not. No.
I guess the Steiner brothers come out with the NWA Tag Team Championship on, so they're not even wearing the IWGP belts. So that's kind of funny. Anyway, so I guess they had beaten Kensuke Sasaki and Hiroshi Hase over in Japan. That match was voted Match of the Year by Wrestling Observer. So I don't know if you knew that.
I think that was the same show with Fujinami versus Flair. I could be wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I could be wrong, but yeah.
Scott and Hase start the match. Both men are experts in amateur style, so that comes into play here. Scott gets kicked out to the floor with an enziguri, but comes back with a hot shot for 2. Hase bridges up out of a knuckle lock and blasts Scott with a Booker T hook kick that wows the crowd. So shout out to your favorite wrestler, Booker T. Rick tags in and gets his headgear shattered by some mafia kicks from Chono. Rick bounces off the ropes for a Steiner line after a final mafia kick, and then elbow drops Chono off of Scott's shoulders. Chono hits a spinning back chop on Rick so he can tag in Hase, who takes a release German suplex. Hase reverses a whip and gives Rick a fireman's carry slam, and then assists Chono in a flying shoulder block. Chono applies the STF while Scott and Hase brawl out on the floor. Scott gives him a suplex onto the floor and breaks the hold in the ring. A double knockout spot leads to a hot tag to Scott. Steiner lines around, tilt-a-whirl slam, tiger driver, belly-to-belly suplex, all the hits from Scott Steiner. Chono breaks up the pin and dumps Rick. The Japanese men come off the ropes, and Rick chips up Chono as Hase runs right into a Frankensteiner for the win at 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Before we get into what happens after the match, what did you think of the match?
It's a banger. Like, for me, this is match of the night. Just listen, I'm not going to go line by line, but there's so many different things. The Steiners are just... Yeah. The Steiners at this time, like if you go from 89 to this time in 91, there's nobody better than the Steiner brothers. They're amazing. This is hard hitting, fast, just kept escalating, no wasted movement, just two teams out there beating the fuck out of each other. I put Meat Slapper. I actually went 3 3/4 on this thing. It's a fucking great 8 minutes of match. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. So
I think I went 3.5.
Yeah. So great match. And this is going to be hard for me when it comes to the main event. So, because this match is fucking great. So.
Yeah, and you know what?
For a different reason.
And another thing too is that they do everything in 8.5 minutes or 8 minutes, 8 minutes and 15 seconds. Actually, like they do everything that needs to be done. Yeah. And it's a small amount of time, and it's a perfect amount of time.
Amen.
So the after matches, we get these guys called the Hardliners, which is Dirty Dick Slater and Dirty Dick Murdoch. They run down and beat everybody up. They do, and then they just kind of beat up both of the Steiner brothers, and then we get this point where we cut to commercial, which sucks, because at one point, Slater has Rick down on the ground, and he's holding his arm, and Murdoch goes up to the top rope, and I'm assuming it would have, was going to be an awesome move, but we don't even get to see it because we cut to a commercial. So that was kind of disappointing.
So I got something to say about this.
Okay.
I am a hardcore. I think we've done it on Hands of Z. You know what I love? I love me some Dick Slater.
Sure.
And I love Dick Murdoch. So them as a tag team for me, I was like, holy shit. What I didn't appreciate them was their gimmick, the Hardliners. I didn't understand why they were running in. These are some good brawlers. I didn't understand why they were running into moving truck gear. Like, why are they movers? What are they? But anyway, so but you know what happens because of that attack, right?
Yeah, Scott gets hurt.
So they're targeting Rick, but in the end, Scott Steiner gets hurt and he tears his bicep and he's out. And you know what that gives us? That gives us Rick Steiner teaming with Bill fucking Kazmaier.
Yes.
And also, unfortunately for us, because these guys got hurt. And then the Hardliners aren't even around either. They're gone. No. Like they're barely there. They're in the WCW tag team title tournament, but they lose. And then they're gone. And then Bill Kazmaier and Scott Steiner Rick Steiner in the finals against. Do you know who they're in the finals against?
Of course I do. The fucking the myth, the legend.
Our hero Larry Z and Arn Anderson. So this here,
yeah,
I think directly is what caused them to form the Enforcers. This injury to Scott Steiner. So
well, it makes sense. You go from hardliners to enforcers, you know.
But I would have loved the hardliners. I think they're both great wrestlers, great brawlers. You know, I like
Sure.
a good meat slapping. But again, another stupid fucking gimmick. Just they could have come in just as Murdoch and Slater. Like you could have called them Big Dicks, Big Dick Energy, and they could have just beat the fuck out of each other. But Dusty Rhodes had to do another fucking gimmick, and fuck him. So,
fuck him, and everybody that looks like him. Okay, so
his booking makes me angry.
Apparently. All right, so we move on now to the next matchup, which is now we get the debut of the Diamond Stud.
Yeah,
Tommy Rich. So we had
gee, what
Johnny
was winning
Rich.
this one?
We had what? Johnny Rich
Losing to Oz. Yeah.
Johnny Rich losing to Oz, and now Tommy Rich is going to lose to Oz's best friend.
The outsiders.
Yeah, the
putting
outsiders
their foot
debut.
down right out of the gate. Right.
The outsiders debut.
Beating the Riches.
Okay, so I guess what we have here is this isn't really much of a match either. This is basically a 2-minute squash or whatever, which again sucks for Tommy Rich. I feel bad, you know. I really do.
This match, 1 minute and 58 seconds.
Yeah.
And he wins with the Diamond Drop, which is the Razor's Edge.
I know. But there's really, I mean, I don't really even know if there's anything of note on here that Tommy Rich does.
No. You know what, though? I did like the gimmick. This gimmick is literally Rick Rude intermingled with Razor Ramon. It's like a mutual, like they totally could have made this gimmick something great.
Yes,
they could have.
Because they basically do the Rude Awakening,
right?
Except that it's the girl comes down the ring with them and tears Diamond Stud's gear off, like his outer gear. Yeah.
So it's kind of a Rick Rude type of thing, almost.
Do you know? Do you know that there's one of the new action figure sets? They do like Build-A-Figures, and one of the Build-A-Figures is that you build a Diamond Stud.
That's pretty cool.
It's another Razor. It's another Scott Hall, but like he has just a Diamond Stud.
By the way, where are your action figures? You're supposed to be playing with them when we pod. I thought that was a new gimmick. Oh, that's only for Hands of Z and shit.
Well, I could show you. I could show you this.
Oh, I love Coco.
And
he wears those glasses better than Macho Man.
He comes with Frankie.
Frankie. Wow, that's cool. All right.
Yeah, Coco. The Birdman's in town.
I love it.
I mean, I pulled out a couple the other day.
I love how we keep getting sidetracked on her. This is what happens when we pod together.
This is one of my favorite.
That's a great
fucking
one.
Dusty but it's Dusty with it's not even
with the boss man's hat. I love it.
It's not the boss man's hat. Pete and I have gone over this extensively. This is basically a bus driver's hat. But Dusty pretends like it's the boss man's
It's supposed to be boss man's hat.
It's not. Yeah. But I have that. I have my Dusty. I pulled him out because Dusty's always good to have. Of course.
Do you have a Sapphire?
No, they have not made
that is still a badass. Listen, regardless of his wrestling, that's still a great figure.
And he's got as I was saying, he's got the Trapper Keeper tights on.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Stunning Steve Austin. I got that Coco. And then the other ones I pulled out just because I was like, and I have them on my desk right now, is it was the Three Faces of Foley. So this is the Mankind one.
Oh,
you know what sucks is that if you can notice on his head, he's got the piece of hair missing that he would pull out. And he came with like a little piece of hair that you could like put in his hand, and I lost it. I don't know where it is.
Oh.
I'm pissed. Because I'm like, I probably like threw it away. And then of course he comes with Cactus Jack.
That's a good one.
With the boots and everything. This is like classic WCW Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have on the Wanted Dead shirt, which I want to. I want a Wanted Dead one. And then of course, it's got Dude Love. My favorite part about this one is that it's the very brief Dude Love when he would have the mandible claw thing on that was like all rainbow colored.
Yeah, that's funny. That's good. All right, thank you for giving me the. All right,
you're
that's
welcome.
Good.
You're welcome.
All right, let's go to the next angle because this angle fucks.
Okay, so this next angle fucks. So we have the Stinger lookalike contest.
Well, thank you very much, Tony. As we said, ladies and gentlemen, we have thousands of youngsters here this evening here in Knoxville. And in just a few moments, I'm going to be introducing you to the winner of the Sting Lookalike Contest. This week here in Knoxville, we had a contest, and here is our winner. And I want to congratulate you. What's your name?
Ben.
Ben, where do you live?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee. We got a winner here. I know that your favorite wrestler is the Stinger. Tell us why you love the Stinger.
I love his face paint, and I think he's the best wrestler in the world. He's the coolest guy. He's awesome.
He's a cool guy. He's awesome, says Ben. Well, Ben, we've got a big surprise for you. For all your hard work, we're going to bring out right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Stinger from Venice Beach, California, and he's going to see one of his young fans here. Here, Ben. Here he comes. Kids around the nation love this guy from Venice Beach, California. And here he is. I know that there's thousands of kids that paint their face. You see them night after night. I know it's something special to you to see the kids that go to this much trouble to support you.
Well, just look at his face, look at mine. I'm only human. I mean, this would make anybody feel good. Let me just pick him up like that. I mean, you know, this right here gets me excited and makes me feel good. High five me, man. Yeah.
I'll tell you, hey, wait a minute, wait. Oh, good grief. Come on. Cool off.
What in the world is going on here as Koloff sneaking in and attacking the Stinger? Jim Ross close to the situation and the Stinger helpless. Somebody's got to get in here and control this maniac. With the chain. There's the winner, Ben from, wait a second. Koloff is going after that youngster. He's going after, there's the youngster's mother in there. Oh, thank goodness for this. Can you believe it? The youngster being sheltered by his mother and Jim Ross in to help it. And now the youngster checking over his fallen hero. What a scene in World Championship Wrestling. And we'll have more on TBS Fans. Stay right where you are.
It's so great.
We got a little kid from Knoxville, Tennessee. I almost was like, oh, is this Schiff? But it's not.
It's a shame.
Would have been awesome. Would have been awesome
because Koloff would have sickled him.
Yeah. And then Sting comes out with the same face paint as this kid. But Sting's in his Zubaz at this point, so he's got the same face paint on. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, is Koloff with the chain wrapped around his hand, and he takes out Sting. So Koloff immediately getting revenge on Sting for the previous match. And I like, too, that Sting redid his face paint, too, to match the kid. I thought that was pretty good. And then
that was all set up ahead of time, though, for sure.
And then I love that Koloff wipes the face paint off and then goes after, like, the kid's mother.
That's so, and the kid is like, I don't know if this was like set up because the kid's like fake crying.
Yeah.
But the mom hopping over the rail might be the bump of the night.
Yeah.
But no, it was chaotic. I loved it. Nikita being a dick going after the kid, like that's like next level shit, right?
And I like afterwards though that the kid like goes up to Sting and he's like, "Are you okay, Mr. Sting?"
Yeah, I wrote the kid looked like he was gonna give Sting mouth to mouth. Like he's like, "Are you okay, Mr. Sting?"
It was so good.
Yeah, great way to set up the chain match, though, for sure.
And then the best part is that we cut immediately to the Bruise Cruise commercial.
Ric Flair picked the Bruise Cruise.
Join Nature Boy Ric Flair, the Total Package Lex Luger, Sting, and many other superstars of World Championship Wrestling for a once-in-a-lifetime experience on the Bruise Cruise. Sail on the MS New Amsterdam from Tampa, November 30th. And not only will you visit the exotic beaches off Key West, Cozumel, Grand Cayman, and Ochos Rios, Jamaica, but you can be part of special WCW events, including beach parties, wrestling events, and photo and autograph sessions. Make your Bruise Cruise reservations now.
Have the time of your life on the Bruise Cruise. Woo!
Hey, everybody, come on the Bruise Cruise.
You know what I put? He took a cruise all right in a few weeks out of WCW. That's what it was.
He put his car in cruise control.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
he's gone in a cruise in a month. He's out. So
now I guess we come to the really the penultimate match of the evening. The one after this doesn't count.
This match makes me so fucking angry.
Lex Luger, the U.S. champion, going up against the Great Muta for the #1 contender shot we get a shot of Bill Kazmaier in the audience. So shout out to him, future. Well, he's not really the future co-holder of the tag team title because they stripped the titles of him. Correct? They don't. The Steiners don't, like Rick and him don't defend the titles. They, as soon as Scott's injured, they strip the title.
Yeah, there's a tournament. Yep.
Yeah. So that's good.
Got the Enforcers win in September.
Yes.
So you go all summer long without tag team champions. Yep.
Yeah. So we get this matchup here. Again, you had mentioned earlier about how Muda's really only in WCW for like 5 minutes, really. Like he's not even in this for very long, even to be considered a number one contender, but he is. But I guess this is whatever it is here. So the winner of this match gets a shot against Flair at the Great American Bash. They both run the ropes a little bit. Luger ducks a spin kick and levels Muda with a back suplex, but then misses the big jumping elbow. Luger comes back with a press slam. He then misses a charge in the corner and takes a roundhouse kick to the chest. Muda tries a handspring elbow, but as Luger moves, Muda slides off the turnbuckle out onto the floor in a sick bump. Scott Steiner. Oh, it says this guy put. I'm reading this other thing, and it says Scott Steiner slipped off the turnbuckle. But back in, Luger blocks the green mist with his arms and finishes Muda off with a power slam at 3 minutes and 43 seconds. I don't even understand really this whole match to begin with. It makes no sense. Setting up for a match against Flair. I guess they should have just had this as like maybe just a U.S. title defense, even if it doesn't make any sense that Muda
right.
The
There was no reason. Like Muda just came in for this one shot, I believe.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that makes me mad. I remember what a big deal seeing Muda was after his '89 run when he beat Sting, and then they shit all over him at that Starrcade '89 where he lost every fucking match and he was undefeated.
Yeah.
Right? Then he lost the TV title to Arn Anderson, and he did have one TV match with Flair, which was pretty good. So I was all excited at this point in time because I can't imagine that they were going to go Luger versus Flair again. So I was thinking maybe maybe they brought Muda in to beat Luger and win and go against like Flair versus Muda at the Bash. That would have been great.
A match. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then him being number 2 in the top 10 made no sense whatsoever because he's a ghost here. He's never here. The ending, pretty schmozzy where he blocks the mist and the power slam. And for it to go as 3 minutes, this is again, Muda left in '89 because he was getting shit on. They did the same thing to him here. So I hope it was a good payday. This sucks.
He wrestled Sting at that New Japan match in March.
But that's not in the States.
Right.
And I think he beat Sting in that match, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that was probably their excuse. That's probably their excuse.
That might be because I'm thinking like maybe there was a thing where he does this big tour where he fights like WCW guys in Japan. But
I know, but to a TV audience who hasn't seen him,
yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I was excited to see him back.
He's fully in New Japan like the whole time. Like he's not even wrestling like WCW guys.
And this match should have been at least 10 to 15 minutes. So it pissed me off because they crammed so much shit in this show.
Yeah.
Like this should have been longer and it should have been more fought out, but whatever. Fuck off. I went like 1.5 because this match pissed me off so much.
I went 1.
It's fine. Whatever. It's horseshit.
I kind of agree with you. I was more pissed off about the whole. Because again, when I looked at like his cage match and I'm looking through, I'm like, he's not even wrestling anybody. Like, it would have been one thing if he had wrestled Vader or if he had wrestled Stan Hansen or if he had wrestled, anybody like that had just gone over to Japan for like a weekend or something like that. Like, because it would have been one thing if they had set up that he had been like this, New Japan kind of conqueror trying to like claim that he can beat Flair for the title and bring the title back to Japan, which they fucking do. Like, at Super Brawl, you know what I mean? Because there's that whole fucking Michigas going on with that Super Brawl, and then they don't do anything about it. And it's a fucking dud. So 1 star, maybe, yeah. Moving on to my highlight of the night, we get stunning Steve Austin with Lady Blossom versus Joey Maggs. And again, another match that doesn't even really need to be explained because it takes 25 seconds. The only thing to note on here is Steve Austin hits an awesome stun gun, which was great. And that's it. So it's a dud for me. Is it a dud for you?
Fucking stupid. And, the debut of the very green Steve Austin, and he'll be starting his really terrible TV title run for the next 6 months. So, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the next segment.
You got the Black Blood promo, too.
We got the Black Blood promo. Who was Black Blood? Do you remember who that was?
Billy Jack Haynes.
Oh, God. Billy Jerk Haynes?
Billy Jack Haynes.
Before he became a career criminal.
Another dumb gimmick.
Before he became a career criminal. Hey, at least Dusty was trying to get these guys jobs for a little bit. You know?
And he feuds with Big Josh. So it's Axe versus Stick.
It's Axe versus Stick, Portland versus Portland. So
yes, correct.
But we come back. We're back into the ring here with Alexandra York, Terrance Taylor, Mr. Hughes, her laptop. She brings out Richard Morton, which this I might add is the only time I think we see Richard Morton not in his Ricky Morton Rock and Roll Express gear.
He really should have got a haircut, though. Like, the haircut takes me out in the suit.
Well, it's not only that, but he wrestles in the Ricky Morton. He never gets new gear. Never. He wrestles in the Ricky Morton gear the entire time. It's amazing.
He does. Like, the suit, I was like, okay, we're going to do something. The hair takes me out. Like, he comes out, and he's all like, with his hair, he's coming down the ramp. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
And then, of course, we have Robert Gibson shows up. Gimpy Robert Gibson. Now, he come back.
He comes back at the bash. Him and Morton have a one-on-one match.
Oh, one there and then one here.
Okay. Hey, Ricky, what are you doing? I'm out on injury. I'm ready to get back. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Look at my blue eyes. One blue this way, the other blue that way.
Look at my COVID eye.
Look at me, Ricky.
This is great because Morton basically is getting mad at the York Foundation for going after him. Hey, we ain't going to do it like this. And then he immediately just beats the shit out of him, does a pile driver. And then Dustin runs in for the save. I love this angle. Like, it's like this show is literally like WCW trying to reset so many different things.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
And trying to get the bash good, but man, it goes so south when they go to the bash. But
it does.
I thought this angle was good. I thought the Hervey angle was good. They've had some good shit on here. It's a shame some of the matches are
the Hervey angle.
It's too bad so many of the angles are poo-poo dog shit. So
poo-poo dog shit.
But anyway, that at least gets us to our main event now. So.
It does get us to the main event. The main event, the big match. 2 out of 3 falls matchup. WCW World Heavyweight Champion Nature Boy Ric Flair versus one beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Your negative TV title champion. He is still your TV champion on TV, but he's already lost it.
Correct. But he doesn't come out with the TV title on this match.
He does not, because he does not. No.
Yeah. Because even Bobby Eaton has respect for championships, even if they are on negative title runs.
That is correct.
This might be one of my favorite Bobby Eaton matches by himself.
Actually, I love this match. It might be my favorite. I do love his match with Arn Anderson and Super Brawl too, though, because that's such a good moment for him winning that title. It's such a big deal. So
yes.
But I agree. This might be my favorite match with him ever. So
it's also got to be awesome because he does get a fucking pinfall over the world champion
with the Alabama Jam that looked absolutely brutal at 9 minutes and 45 seconds. He pins Flair. It's great.
Flair's hair is a lot better because it's not a wedge at this point. It's still starting. It's starting to grow back. So
yeah, it doesn't look like a hair hemorrhoid.
You know, my mother had the Flair hairstyle.
Yeah,
had that wedge in like the 80s, which is why like it always looked weird on Flair for me, because I was like, I remember my mom worked in a school, and it was in my elementary school, and I remember like a lot of my teachers having like that same hairstyle because it was like the hairstyle of the 80s for like moms, and I was like, it just looked weird on Flair. I always thought it looked weird on Flair. And actually, one of my mother's friends, I think, pretty much had that hairdo up until the last time I saw her, which was probably like 10 years ago. So going into the 2000s, my mother had a friend who pretty much still had that Ric Flair weird wedge hairdo. So give it whatever you got. Anyway, Eaton catches Flair with a couple of elbows to start and a clothesline Flair out. Back in, they trade blows, and a backdrop gets 2. Eaton applies a short arm scissor, but Flair grabs the ropes for a break. A right hand from Eaton sends Flair out to regroup. Eaton follows him out and takes a knee to the face on the way in. Flair then tosses Bobby into the ring post and hits the rolling knee drop for a 2 count. Butterfly suplex gets another 2 count for Flair with his feet on the ropes. Bobby punches back and slams Flair off the top. Flair flips out of the corner and gets knocked off the apron by a right hand. Bobby hits the Bobby Eaton backbreaker and a swinging net breaker to set up the Alabama Jam for the 3 count, as you said, at 9 minutes and 45 seconds. So we're at 1 fall Eaton, 0 falls Flair. Eaton gets up and gets several quick near falls on the champion and then goes for another Alabama Jam. But Flair knocks him off the top rope to send him onto the arena floor, jamming one of his knees in the process. And that's enough for Bobby to get counted out at 11 minutes and 42 seconds. So we're tied up at one apiece. But Flair getting a count out over him is kind of interesting, don't you think? Kind of keeps Eaton strong, I feel like.
That's what I love about this match is Flair putting Eaton over feels like this is kind of like giving him his flowers, right? He's been a tag team champion. He's done the singles run now since January. And by the way, the other thing I would mention is Bobby Eaton has always had kind of like that midsection gut, right?
Yeah.
He is in such good shape for this match.
Yes,
like I've never seen him look better than he looks in this match, like even like physique wise. So
Bobby Eaton also has what I like to call boogie woogie man ass. Like
you're right. He does.
Well, because he wears his tights like so high.
Right.
It kind of like he always had like boogie woogie man ass. You know?
But for Flair to give him the pin in the first fall and to give him the luxury of look strong in a but what it does is it also sets up the finish, though. Unfortunately,
it does. Yes, yeah, but let's just for a minute just pause and just talk about how awesome the Alabama Jam.
It is such a Flair eats so much. Like I don't know how he didn't injure people. He had to have that move down so much because when he hit Flair with it, I swear to God, it looked like he broke his head. It's like insane how good that move is.
So good.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Bobby Eaton celebrating the first fall is like so good. Like he's just it almost makes me cry almost because knowing that like Bobby's not with us anymore.
Right.
And it's just God, this guy I wish I had a chance to meet him when he was alive. I really do.
Yeah.
Like I really wish I had a chance to like meet Bobby. I mean, I want to meet all of them. I want to meet all the Midnights, you know? And but like Bobby, you seem like, and from everything I've heard, Bobby was like the best. Like he was the nicest guy and just like the best dude. And that's why like I always laugh at Jim Cornette's shoot interview where he talks about when he gets fired or when he quits. And he quits and he quits, he walks out of the office, he goes into the locker room and he says, I'm out of here. And Stan goes, can I catch a ride? And he's like, me and Stan are leaving the building. We turn and we look at Bobby, who's got wives and kids to feed.
Yep.
And Bobby's just sitting there so sad. Because he's like, I can't leave with you guys.
Right. Right.
And it's funny because like from what I mean, Stan goes to like WWF not long afterwards.
He goes to Smoky Mountain first and is part of the Heavenly Bodies.
Smoky Mountain? Okay, he does go to
Yeah, he's part of the Heavenly Bodies before Jimmy Del Rey.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Oh shit, you're right. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. And he also goes to Global because he's in the Global North American title
Global.
Nice.
Coming
soon to Hands of Z, by the way.
Global. We are going to do it. We are going to
do a global episode.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We should do a fucking global podcast is what we should do. Nobody's doing no one is doing a global podcast.
We're going to do the Hands of Z 0.5 episode focused on 2 of the title tournaments. So,
but nobody does global. No one's talking about global.
There's a reason for that.
No one's talking about the Dark Patriot. No one talks Doug Gilbert. We could probably get Doug Gilbert on the show. Anyway, we after the count, we get back in. Bobby punches and delivers a suplex, but his knee is too hurt to get a quick cover. Flair knows the knee is hurting, so he goes right to work on it. He works the figure 4 until Eaton can't take the pain anymore and gets his shoulders counted out on the mat at 14 minutes and 26 seconds to give Flair the victory. I mean, this is another match that could have gone way longer.
They ran out because they crammed so much shit in this show.
Yeah.
Like this could have been a 30-minute classic. And you know what? It would have been fantastic. It's already a fantastic match, but I bet if they got 30, this could have been a 4-star match because I went 3.5 on it. It's very good. Very good.
I like the Hope segment where Flair goes for the figure 4 and Bobby gets him in the small package.
Yes. And by the way, I probably need to up my game to 375 because I feel guilty giving the Steiner's match of the night. So I probably have to give it to this one. 375 for me. This match is great.
You know what?
It's hard. I don't know. It's hard.
After thinking about it, this is the match of the night.
Yeah. So, but I'll tie it because I did the same thing on our last episode, right? What the best matches were. But for me, this is the highlight of Bobby Eaton's career. And what happened? And what pisses me off is, you know, he does this great match against Flair, and then and he's already lost the TV title, and then they put him right back in the tag teams by the end of the year, which is great because him and Arn really form a great tag team. But then he becomes a jobber after the Dangerous Alliance. So this might be peak Bobby Eaton. Peak Bobby Eaton right here is what you're seeing in this match.
Until he gets into the Blue Bloods.
Yeah, but even the Blue Bloods doesn't compare to this. That's not even close to that.
Pete fucking loves the Blue Bloods.
Yeah, you know what though? That doesn't even come close to this.
I saw that came across like something the other day on YouTube, and it was it's like the first one that they have, because they have the match. It's Regal and Eaton. They have the match, and then Regal stops like the match midway, and he goes, "I like you. We should be together." And so, and then they have him show up, and he comes in like his Southern nice guy clothes,
right,
and Regal's like, "Ugh."
No, I mean it was a good thing for Eaton to do because he didn't have anything to do, but in the end he becomes a glorified jobber, which is sad to me.
No, it is sad. It is.
So this is peak. This is peak singles Bobby Eaton right here. It's amazing.
Because considering that how much I fucking jizz over the Midnight Express on the first bunch of clashes that they're on, it's amazing how far he falls. But yeah, no, Bobby Eaton, this is the match of the night.
There's an argument for me that the Midnight Express is the greatest tag team of all time. So
there's an argument that can be made, and and I'm not going to disagree with you. I really am not. I think the more and more I go back, the more and more I rewatch shit, the more and more I realize they're fucking incredible. Like they are incredible. The whole package, because Jim Cornette's just as much of that as any.
And that's the Lane and Eaton version, not the first version. So.
No. The Lane and Eaton version. I mean, it's the best. It's the best combination. I mean. The other versions aren't bad either, but they're not as good as you could maybe make a case for who's the first one? Not the original one. The come on, Sean. Who's the
Dennis Condrey.
Dennis Condrey.
Now, they're not a bad team. It's just Lane and Eaton hit different for me. So
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course. So,
but anyway. Great way to end the Clash, though. This is a great match.
Absolutely. That's going to do it for the Clash of the Champions 15, Knoxville Madness, or whatever it's called. Thank you so much for joining us. You can catch me obviously on all the shows that we have here on the Backbone that I'm on, which is like the movie education of Logan Crosland, Journey Through the Arrowverse, and Keithie Take the Heat, which is on our YouTube show, which you can watch me cook. Taking it easy. Take me home, Keithie Rhodes, taking it easy with Keithie whenever I get to. That's actually going to be a thing now because Ben Zaney was like really excited that I interviewed. Like, he's like, I'm so glad to see somebody picking up the mantle. And I had said to him, I go, can you help me out? And he said, sure. And I told him I want to talk to Barry Windham, and he said I could probably get you Barry Windham. So
what about the other guys from Hands of Z? Can you get them?
I know. He doesn't. I mean, I think I told you, like I reached out to Conrad, and Conrad kind of told me that, it's really hard. Like, Ronnie Garvin doesn't want to he doesn't know how to do anything. So it's like really hard to get Ronnie Garvin because he doesn't know how to turn on a computer. So
yeah, but maybe Ben has connections. That's all
I mean, it'd be great, but but I also told Ben, I said, I don't want to just talk to like old stars. I'd like to talk to like, young and up and coming because I think that's fun talking to the guys.
Well, he was doing that on his old podcast. So.
Exactly. So he's glad to see somebody picking that up. So
yeah, for sure.
That might be something that comes up a lot more. But anyway. And you can also hear me on GFA Live with Petey Winston, your favorite show. And what else are we on together, Sean? Tell us.
Meltzer Knows Best, which is great, where we go over the 5-star Meltzer matches. Which the latest one, as of this recording, was the big AAA event with the Americanas going at it. 1 hour in presentation. It's freaking glorious to watch. Let's see. Hands of Z, Shit Take. And I think that's the ones we do. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. And so this is the July event. So next time you hear us,
this is June.
No, this is July because we do once a month.
Oh, I thought you meant the show was in July. No, you're right. You're right. Correct. This is
our July. This is our July Clash. So the next time you hear us on Clash will be after the SummerSlam. So I don't know who.
After the bash, after the SummerSlam, right?
Yep.
Everything.
I mean, I could definitely probably have you back on again so we could talk about our SummerSlam event.
Well, let's see. That's still a few months away, so let's see how it plays out.
We'll see how we go. But other than that, I I want to thank you, Shawn, for joining me today. I want to thank everybody for listening in. And please keep on keeping on because we love these clashes. Let us know what you think and give us some comments and everything like that at our socials and all that. But we'll see you when we see you.